give about the competition. I'm in another atmosphere, I'm on another mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition. You always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my own cognition. I got out the hood, then got money in addition. I remember when that boy ain't had no pot to. They wouldn't let me in, so I never asked permission. Tours like a war, I'm getting minimum 5 mil permission. Hit the ignition and beat the emission. Like a clinician more than a musician. My flow rare like a first edition. Report for dismission. Everything I ever thought of, it came to fruition. King of the transition. We never switch and peep the acquisition, no omission. Your lyrics drier than the prepare for collision. Then the satellite that's on an orbiting mission.
I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget, we on a mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the kitchen. I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget, we on a mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the kitchen. For the antidote, there's a British girl on my TV screen. She's so hot, she's so mean. Burn my body like it's flammable. Girl, I'm still a fan of you. Hey, 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 hey. Like a cannibal. Baby, I'm a fan of you. Your sensation, my fixation. Just tell me that it's tangible. Baby, I'm a fan of you. Don't play with me, but I still gamble with it. We getting right before we take off on the landing strip. Know that you like all the attention that a fan gives. Say that you like me, but you way too young for marriage. I've been here before, I know exactly how it goes. Yeah, now I got you packing up your clothes. You can hit me.
Here in the north, the Yaller horn is about to sound and send 2 teams to battle here at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Will Reichert has it all teed up. And we're off from U.S. Bank Stadium. Returnable from the 2. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Purdy throwing here to start. Into the hands of Kittle. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Catch is made down the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Purdy on first down. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
Space to the left. And he's finally nearly taken down at the 7-yard line. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction. Headed in the wrong direction, Brock, as they take 2nd and goal now from the 13. Another try following the sack. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And the pressure drives them backwards.
Can't you just know as a quarterback there's situations where you're going to gain the trust of the play caller or quickly lose it? And when you take back-to-back sacks, you've lost the trust of your coordinator. And now on 3rd down, well, you better do all you can to regain it.
3rd and goal, Purdy. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery.
We all saw the brief moment of full-on panic between the ball coming out and him getting back on it. The impressive part is he kept his composure while it was still loose. One mistake didn't become two, and he cleaned it up before any defenders could. Goal to go, and he come away with nothing. Zip, zilch, nothing. It's not all on him for missing the kick. He could shoulder the blame with the 11 other guys who couldn't find the end zone on 1st, 2nd, or even 3rd and goal.
Chandler again. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. He's on the move. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there, where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. He has the first over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down. First carry here for Aaron Jones. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Here he is on third and long. That is caught along the sideline, and he gets the feet down. Wow. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
First and 10. Here's Jones. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Brought down by Fred Warner. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Jones once more. Has a big hole left. And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings have a great first drive and get the game's first points. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big gain, it takes the whole group, all 10 of them are to do their job. Got to block up front, receivers got to block on the perimeter, they all get it done in a big chunk run falls.
Here's Reichard set to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. More from U.S. Bank Stadium after the break. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They'll start this drive out, 1st and 10. First down throw by Purdy. Escapes the pocket. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Second and 3 now. From the 31. He'll get it to Brandon Ayuk. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Pretty throwing here on first. Left side secured by Ayuk. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. That one hits for 30. And that's a 49er first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
On target to his back, here's Christian McCaffrey. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the gun, McCaffrey. And he will score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. Moody knocks that extra point through. And the 49ers tie this game 7-7. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Pass is caught by Addison. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Jones trying the left side. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down. But you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Going to the ground again on 1st. Who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Brought down by Fred Warner. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. McCarthy to throw it. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jair Brown has it. And the 49ers will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
Hey, listen, when you're throwing down the middle of the field, you have got to be crystal clear in your vision. There are so many defenders that can get into those zones. That might be a case of the QB there trying to do a little bit too much and certainly didn't see the defender who comes up with the big interception.
That throw finds Kittle. And he nearly takes it to the red zone before going out. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. From the gun is Purdy. Chased out to his right. Oh, look at this, here he goes. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
From the 19. And got his man. That's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers get some late points and the lead. George Kittle, the touchdown. On is Moody for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing they've got to shoulder the load. And sacks like that go a long ways towards doing it.
He'll get this to Jefferson. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. Niners countering with a fifth defensive back on this third down. Looking to throw, McCarthy. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Will be touchdown short of the marker, so fourth down coming up.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
Now we'll see Ryan Wright come on for the Vikings to punt this away on fourth. The Niners have Ricky Pearsall ready to return. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. Secures this at the 17. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the 49ers will go on offense. They've got blackjack on the clock. Not a ton of time to use before halftime. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That is now the fifth sack this offense has had to endure in the first half alone. We're on a double-digit pace here. And I'll tell you what, I know how these defensive coordinators work. They can feel the blood in the water. They are not going to stop getting after this quarterback until this offense can find a way to protect itself.
Looks like that last play convinces them to keep this one on the ground. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Here's Wisnowski now to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. Returns looking good so far. The coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this third phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive. 1st and 10. Hutchinson reels it in. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Out of the gun, a give to Jones. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Nick Bosa makes the stop.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Second down carry for Jones. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
And the 49ers in a nickel set. 3rd down coming. Motioning him from the slot right. Throwing on 3rd, McCarthy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock. But, man, the defense took that away, too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything, and they just did.
This will not connect. Not enough leg and too far left as well. And the deficit stays at 7.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
The 49ers find themselves in a great spot to start this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. They'll start the second half with McCaffrey. And he hit a seam and got it to the opposing 44. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
They motion the tight end over. 2nd and 1. Got a man. McCaffrey has it. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Purdy setting up that play action. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Let's be real clear, there is nothing lucky about number 7 at all for this quarterback. The 7th time he's been taken to the ground for a sack. This defense, they've made adjustments. They're incorporating a variety of different looks and blitzes, and it just seems like, Kate, constantly they are a step ahead of whatever this offense is trying to do to protect this quarterback.
And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped.
You can can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field. Keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
He'll throw it. He finds him beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him the first on 4th down. McCaffrey gets in. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers push their lead further to start the half. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. PAT up and good for Moody. And the 49ers double their lead to 14. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. That's Jefferson, he's got it. And that's good for a gain of 5. Diamador Lenore there on the stop. Here's 2nd and 5. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Trying to find Justin Jefferson. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Back to the air, McCarthy. Has the connection to Hawkinson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Working inside the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
It's 2nd and 21 at the 49ers' 29-yard line.
A give left side to Jones. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
We'll see what they come up with for third. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Pass is caught at the 9. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Desperation time here on 4th. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Minnesota. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
So a pivotal moment for the Vikings as they go for 2.
The Vikings will line up for the 2-point conversion.
He's throwing for it. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the 49ers will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Will Riker the kickoff for the Vikings.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. He's going to field this at the 2. Oh, he's showing some burst on his return. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. Oh, they get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. It's picked out by the Vikings going the other way. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
On play action now, McCarthy. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today, Brock. One side coughs it up with a fumble. Then the other side graciously hands it right back with the interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here. These defenses, they're the ones supplying the big plays, and they're putting their stamp on this game.
They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. A lot of grass ahead. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Anytime you get that chunk of yards, gosh, you can just feel it in the stadium. It just changes the whole complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end this series with points.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's Purdy to throw. Brought in by Ayuk. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Vikings defense countering with a nickel look. Third down coming. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Oh, he missed it! The pressure got to him on that short attempt. And they fail to make this a two-score ball game. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. So that brings up 2nd down.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignments, hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
Second and 10, McCarthy. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
Looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
And the Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. That pass complete to he loses the football. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. He's touched down behind the line as this one goes the wrong way.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first to stop this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged the bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
That's taken on the 7. And he gets him out of the deep part of their half. This is out across the 20. He picks up 16 on the good return. And it's going to be Vikings football. They're out and set. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. That's grabbed inside the 30. He does it. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings cut it to just 2 late in the game. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. So a pivotal moment for the Vikings as they go for two.
The Vikings will line up for the two-point conversion.
Setting up to pass. And that catch gets them the two. We're all tied up here in the fourth. Crisis averted, but they got the two and the tie for now at least. It looks like they have saved off the L and forced themselves overtime.
Yeah, those two critical words you just said right there, for now, like for right now. But there's a lot more time on that clock than this defense would care to see. They got to step up. Offense just stepped up, got the two-point conversion. Now defense, you got to respond to send this game to overtime.
Kickoff taken at the 3. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. This ball's caught by McCaffrey. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down. 49ers moving quickly, trying to get their offense to the line. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Yeah, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign where they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Back to McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down. Now a timeout's called. It's not their last one, though, so they can try another play before setting up for that field goal. So everything comes down to this from Jake Moody. Now with just 7 seconds left in the game, we've got a timeout. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Going run again with McCaffrey. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. Just short on 3rd down, no gain on the run, and now what will they do on 4th? So it all comes down to the right foot of their kicker. This is going to be a 31-yarder from the right hash. That one is good! And those 2 misses are gone and forgotten. He gets the one that counts to win the game. So it's a win for the visiting 49ers. And they can be proud of their exploits on the road and overall so far this season as they improve to 2-0. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a win for the 49ers as we bid you farewell from Minneapolis.
yourself to find yourself again. Welcome back, Marlena.
One for the money and one for the homies. I move with respect, I don't need nothing on me. The Father made way for me, feel just like Bronny. I got my little belly, my blessings, they on me. They rain, yeah, you see how I'm coming. Come on. This sound like we drumming. I reach on my goals like my nephew be dope. Back on the rims, riding on rims. Came in all black to that, I came back to my to that ripping off Cadillac. Feel like a Cadillac, nothing but class. It's never been average, never been on. Average on me, I'm tougher than homie Javante. The fight is my mantra, I want it, I will. Get you a wheel, they carry it. We fighting a lead, my is hard. I'm back in my bag, I'm back in my bag, I'm done. My bag on God. Back in my duffel, don't fear no opponent. You know I'm gon' hustle like rubber band on it. Counting my blessings, I'm laughing like Jonah. You don't wish me well, I guess you don't know me. Got all these like Malcolm and Sadie. That's word to my mama, tatted on my body. My left arm, they ain't left arm, they still doing harm. Bodies on bodies, cried over Malcolm, I cried over Dolphin. I'm crying for Nipsey, been feeling like Lauren. Carried the cross, got the sun in my eyes. Groom for this, I ain't meant to be no bride. I'm married, but I know you still feel obliged. Bounce on these, I learned from Sanaa. Back in my bag and it's big as a duffel with